2024 is the year of DeSci. You know that, I know that, and apparently so does Denver, Colorado, as this year's ETH Denver event is having an entire section dedicated to decentralized science, a DeSci Summit event. In this video, we're going to go through some of the main events and main sections of this summit that I think are worth paying attention to and some of the cool features that are going on. I cannot express to you more the importance of going to some of these IRL events if you have the opportunity. Now, what's unique about ETH Denver is that they are going to have a live stream section so you can actually see some of these events as they're going on. However, while that does contribute a lot of information, a lot of free alpha to you guys if you can have the time to watch these live streams, most of the value, from my experience at least with these events, comes from the after parties and the networking events where you get to actually sit down and speak one-on-one or in little mini group sessions with some of the main key opinion leaders, the KOLs that are going on and hosting these events. So that's at least where I got my roots in all of Web3. Something that I now can proudly say I do full-time as a career is just make content and market in Web3. So I only have that ability because I went to Bitcoin Miami last year and nurtured some of my relationships that I'd been building online and getting to meet people IRL, shake hands, and build out those connections. So if you have that opportunity, please go to as many of these events as you possibly can. I will be attending the tail end of ETH Denver and getting to meet some of the main people, the key opinion leaders, the KOLs that will be there for the DeSci Summit. So hopefully I get to see some of you guys there. But as far as ETH Denver 2024, they're saying it's the year of the spork whale. I think that they are just using that as a mask to the year of DeSci. I think they know that. They just can't legally say it, maybe. I don't know. But from February 23rd until March 3rd, 2024, ETH Denver is going to be going on. Now, this is more than just a single stage with a single event. This is a conglomerate or a giant event. This is like going to a festival that is literally just focused on smart contract development and utilizing Web3 and blockchain technology. I know it says it's ETH Denver, but there's also other smart contract platforms that are hosting events here because this is just a catch-all for Web3 development and kind of the future of Web3. Now, the further along that some of these events get, the further along that crypto evolves, the more popular these events get. Generally, you want to go to these events when, like all the time for the most part. During the bear market, only the diehard people are going to be there. During the bull market, everyone's there and euphoria is really high, so it's just a fun event to get to. It looks like on this map here, they have a little swirly slide. So catch me going down that if you can. That's actually crazy. There are a lot of festivals that are going on here. They have sponsor shillages, they have a maker space, they have a podcast studio, they have childcare, they have a DJ chill room so you can literally just go sit and listen to music. They have a blockchain arcade. That'll be interesting to see kind of the development of blockchain gaming, an art gallery, and then a Zen zone. So they really want you to be able to stay here for as long as possible. Really just come to Denver and then chill. So the very beginning couple days is just the build week. It's when most of the developers are going to be there and most of the people who are actually putting the work in behind the scenes. And then you have the main events over the weekend so that everyone like you and I get to go and see what's going on and talk to everyone. And then a mountain retreat, which is going to be very interesting. I had no idea this was going on, and I imagine you got to pay quite a bit because Denver is not a cheap state to exist in. So the ethos behind Spork DAO's ETH Denver Build-a-thon is about gathering like minds around a common purpose. Distributed computing is the future, and Colorado is a leading community supporting the emerging technology. Our goal is empowering the Web3 community to shape this new world while communicating. Holy fuck. Stop stumbling over this, you dumbass. Spork DAO's ETH Denver Build-a-thon is about gathering like minds around a common purpose. Distributed computing is the future, and Colorado is a leading community supporting this emerging technology. Our goal is empowering the Web3 community to shape this new world around cementing the Rocky Mountain region in the state of Colorado as a thriving hub of Ethereum and blockchain innovation. Good luck, Denver. Florida and specifically Miami or St. Pete are coming down your throat with this. We are the hub of crypto here in Miami, or I'm not even in Miami, here in Florida. Now that's enough about ETH Denver. You guys are here for the DeSci event. So I want to express to you guys just how many events are happening at ETH Denver. So if you go, it's not just going to be DeSci. You get to go see as much as you want. However, there is a DeSci summit happening at ETH Denver from February 23rd until March 1st. Now before we get into this too far, I do want to say to the people hosting this, you should really have some confluence in the days that are listed out on the websites. That way you don't confuse people. So is it February 26th till March 1st, or is it February 23rd until March 1st? I don't really know, because I don't know which one to trust, you know? Regardless, there's a lot of cool events that are happening here, and they have an entire breakdown of what's going on. So on day one, you have applications, outputs, and community showcase. These all seem to be hosted by SciOS venue, so that's definitely something we should do a deeper dive into, because this is the first time I'm hearing about SciOS, but they are co-hosting this entire summit. Then we have the pillars of DeSci. That'll be very fascinating. I imagine there will be very important figures talking about decentralized science during this section of the event, so from 3 to 5 p.m. Again, I don't know what live stream any of this stuff will be on, or if it is even going to be on the live streams, because there's so many events and so many stages. It's possible that they won't be streaming some of these. I hope that they do stream it, and I hope that they learn from all the past DeSci related events who just straight up refuse to make content for some unforeseen reason. I hope that they actually take the time to hire people to go make content, because it's cool to have a little community just existing IRL that everyone can like, oh yay, DeSci, but you get a much broader audience if you record it and post it at least after the fact. So I hope somebody actually listens to me this time. It's not even just me. It's literally anyone who knows anything about marketing in all of Web3, in all of anything. But anytime you host events, you need to record it and you need to put it online, because that's just how you market. That's how you get more eyeballs on your project. I'm going to continue to say this until someone actually listens to me and does this. But the pillars of DeSci. Decentralized science is a new catch-all phrase, but the ideas have been around for much, much longer. Join us to explore the pillars that hold up DeSci, from community and culture to novel funding mechanisms. We'll also explore how distributed infrastructure empowers new models for data access. This will be a very interesting one to listen to, and that's from Build Hub, so shout out Build Hub. And then on day 2, you got open problems sessions, so everyone can talk about the current issues that everyone's facing in the development of DeSci and in just the world as far as acceptance of this. Then we got science primitives and digital identities and permissions workshops. This will be interesting because I'm curious to see how they're going to mesh the two together with digital identities and everyone being built out online, how they're going to have some of that data privacy. That'll be very interesting to just listen to people talk about it and then get to talk with them after the fact. And then Aurora Nova, a community-sourced event with lightning talks and deep dive panels hosted by Aurora Sci and Paramita Ventures. So this again, all these names that I'm seeing for the DeSci Summit are relatively new. One name that is not necessarily new that I see out here all the time is DeSci World. Shout out DeSci World on X. If you're not following them, you definitely want to follow them. If you haven't hit that like button, you definitely want to hit that like button and subscribe, because we cover everything DeSci here on this channel. As far as day 3, funding and incentive design workshops. So the funding mechanisms is a lot of stuff that we focus on, is the funding for science, because it's just such an easy concept to break down. It just makes sense with crypto. It's one of the easiest use cases to wrap your head around, is the funding side of everything. However, there's like small things like having actual liquidity that people seem to overlook. You can't fund anything if you don't have a liquidity pool going on for your project. Just saying that. You can't fund anything if you don't have the ability to buy or sell the token. It seems very simple, right? When I say that, it's like, oh, duh, but you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. Open State and Data Networks workshop, that'll be interesting. And then Aurora Sci Social. Again, the social events are what you want to go to. The social events. Day 4 is the Fair Data and Semantic Publishing workshops, and the AI in Open Science workshops, and the Speakers Dinner. Speaker and VIP. So I guess we're probably not going to be good enough to go to the VIP, but whatever, man. Whatever. The AI and Open Science Workshop. Truthfully, if your project is not utilizing AI, it's just going to get left behind. So understanding fully how each project is utilizing artificial intelligence is actually monumental. Let's see if they have any more data on that. We got SciOS 24. Science needs firmware update. That's facts. It seems like most of science is still like pre-internet days. They've just like utilized, right now the scientific community seems to have utilized the internet as we utilize nuclear energy, where we're just like taking the heat or the radiation from something that's radioactive and just like boiling water and using a steam engine. It's like, how primitive can you be with this stuff? It seems like most of DeSci is still in that type of a realm as far as utilizing the technology that we have. So hopefully DeSci can just bring us onto Web3 and skip over that initial like internet phase, and we can just go straight to actually harvesting the radiation energy that's coming off of this nuclear decay. I know it was a weird kind of niche down example, but if you got I can hear my girlfriend chuckling back there. I don't know if she's laughing at me or something she sees on her phone. Day 5 on March 1st, you'll have the technology and coordination layers for open science. This entire summit, there's a page on X that you can go follow if you want to see more up-to-date information on it. And I know that it is also being hosted by DeSci World. So I gave out the shout out a couple minutes ago about DeSci World. You can see all the way at the bottom, we got OpSci, which is sponsoring pretty much the entire thing. I don't know why they listed it so many times. Just put it once, it's okay. And then it's brought to you by OpSci, Sci Commons Initiative, DeSci World, and DeSci Labs. DeSci World and DeSci Labs are definitely two places you want to be paying attention to for a lot of your information, as well as this investor. LOL. Why do I just say things, dude? Why just say LOL? The moment that I stopped recording that video, Axon DAO made an official announcement stating that they will be at ETH Denver unveiling their new DPIN product. Now, I already know what this product is. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Stay tuned. I'm sure there will be much more content coming from this, but this is going to be huge. This is going to be very exciting. There are two more main events that I've been able to find when it comes to ETH Denver for decentralized science. The first one is Athena DAO putting on their alpha at ETH Denver. This is something that you definitely don't want to sleep on, as Athena DAO is really interconnected with a lot of those other DeSci DAOs, such as BioXYZ, the launch pad that created Athena DAO, Molecule, the organization which created the launch pad BioXYZ, which is launching things like Athena DAO, like Vita DAO, like Cryo DAO, like Valley DAO, like Hair DAO, like Psy DAO, and whatever other DAOs they're going to come through the door with as we continue to progress onwards through 2024, which again is the year of DeSci. What's happening at this event? It's a good question. There's a lot of speakers coming to this event, such as Aurora Nova, Jenna here, who you'll see on X quite frequently at least. Dr. Jenna, excuse me, for the deal flow from Athena DAO. She's going to be doing an AMA, a lightning talk, for about an hour. Then you have the after party on Wednesday by Aurora Nova. You have coffee with Athena DAO at DeSci Summit, which will be March 1st, early in the morning. Hopefully I can attend that. That'll be cool. Then you get to speak to this handsome gentleman here, Dr. Joshua Johnson, Athena DAO's second IP-NFT recipient and talented researcher at the University of Colorado. I would love to get the opportunity to actually speak with this man and see how the behind-the-scenes process goes. Because so far, the only information I've gotten as far as how the funding side of all these DAOs goes is from the people who are creating these DAOs. So obviously they're going to speak positively towards everything. I'd love to see someone like himself who has received the funding, if he has any criticism, if he has any information that he could give back to us that could hopefully be relayed on to the founders of these DAOs so that we can improve the entire process and make it just that much easier. It already is a massive improvement from traditional science, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get any more information out of this. And then we have Athena DAO VIP breakfast and just about Athena DAO. So pay attention to this. The final one is DeSci Portal coming to ETH Denver. They don't really give too much information on this except going over their guides that will be there. And this weird photo of Dr. Alex. Kind of sus, kind of weird actually. He's a squirrel riding on like a little moped. I don't know. Very fascinating. There will be a lot more people at ETH Denver, a lot of other leaders. I know for a fact that if Athena DAO is going, there will likely be representatives from those other DAOs that I mentioned from BioXYZ. They're not just going to be the only ones going there. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully I get to see you at ETH Denver. Let me know down in the comments if you will be there or not, and let's link up.